Alright, so welcome back everyone. Welcome back to U-Boat. We're about to embark on our third outing. However, first of all, I'm going to show you the upgrades. I've sent the crew during this port call on extended R&R. And while I was away, I've gone through a number of the R&D points. So we've got the improved toilets now, so they are now useful deep underwater. That's something that would cause you to lose discipline quite quickly. Basically any depth much below periscope. We've already got the GHG bulk, and we already had this on our second patrol. So that's the previous missions that we was on. It's an enlarged version of the KDB. So just 6 hydrophones. It's 48. It's like a dome. It's like a, you could sort of say it's like a radome. Like half a dome underneath the bow of the U-boat, and it had these hydrophones around the single axis, so it could rotate around the single axis, so you could get rid of dead points. We had that already. New. Now we had the Borkum when we came into port at the end of the previous patrol. This was ready. I had that fitted. But because I sent the crew on R&R, I had enough time to research the Naxos 1. The Naxos 1 is an answer to the Allies using 10cm waves for their radar sets. This could not detect what this can detect. So that could be why I was jumped on by 2 aircraft. Which I don't think I put in the video. It's happened so fast I didn't have time to start the recording. So yes, that cost 14,000, 7,000 plus another 14,000. So that's all down to 88,577 from 120 something thousand, I think it was. That we got at the end of the second patrol. So right now, our radio operator, whom we've never been to sea with, Dietrich, is still in R&D, and now he's working on the Tunis, which actually detects radar emissions. Radar sets using less than 10 centimeters, so it does have to have about 4 centimeter waves, so it makes it far better, and also improves the range, vastly improved the range, even over the Metox, which is the longest ranged detector we have. These two here are actually shorter range than the Metox, but they're not detectable by enemy radar sets. I believe that's about it as far as the upgrades for the boat. However, I did unlock the varied ammunition, the munition store R&D points. So we have potassium absorbers. We have 19 of those on board. There's no more to be bought though. We already had 8, so we got a few more that was here. I bought all of them that was available. I've also bought an extra medkit. I've changed Mayor to a gunner because it doesn't appear that you get any specialist medics. I don't know why that would be. And also some mistake that I actually dumped all of the fruit. I right click, so if you're trying to play this, don't right click on anything because it'll just dump it. Once you try and move it into somewhere else, and I've accidentally tapped the right mouse button and I dumped all my fresh fruit over. Although saying that, it's not technically fresh. Vegetables would keep longer than the than the fresh fruit. But yeah. So technically I should have dumped those anyway. So we've got, I've not really bought a great deal of food. We have got decent selection. Okay, so ammunition. So obviously because I've unlocked the munitions R&D section, that little it was a lead that had to do that. So I put the captain in there while the rest of the crew was around R&R. So I've unlocked more varied equipment and supplies and ammunition. So we've got 99 AP, HE, all of this. Now we have. So what I'm thinking of doing, also the R&R, extended R&R that I put the crew on, give them some extra bonuses for discipline. And also experience, but only lasts about 10 days, so they've just come back. So I don't want to be in port for too much longer. So we've got the star shells. I mean, if you remember when we first came back in, these have been pretty rare. I'd like to use HE shells for taking merchants down. So you can get rid of your ammunition like that or anything, or you can right click, as I did mistakenly, like I said, right clicked. I didn't realise what I was doing. That's a bit of a stupid thing to do. So I'm going to load up on HE. We've got AA as well for the deck gun for the first time. So it's large caliber AA. Under 22 hours and 47 minutes. Oh dear. So I'm going to get 80 rounds. Can't take any more of this, I don't think I can. How many star shells can I take? I can take 3 star shells. Take another 1 hour though. That's the only thing, so I'm not going to bother. It does get quite dark, as we noticed in the second patrol towards the end there. It was really down. I was trying to take those final merchants down. So I've got full fuel. I've got 2 T1s again in the forward tubes. The rest of it's just T3s. And the stern is a T3 in the tube and a T3 in the stores. I bought an extra, another thing as well, another slight point. Got some extra breathing equipment. Unfortunately, we've lost all of our breathing equipment. When you send any of your crew on R&R, make sure you get them to dump all of their stores, or their guns, if they've got a helmet, breathing apparatus, anything that actually got on them, get them to put back into stores, because when they go on R&R, they get a bit careless and lose it all. So I've lost all but one of my my small arms caches, and all but this one. I actually bought this breathing apparatus because they wandered off and lost them while I was on holiday, which was nice of them, because it cost me 15,000 to send them there. They went to the old chateau. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. So full of torpedoes. We've got no more breathing apparatus, unfortunately. I don't know where you get those from, because this will run out if we need to use it. So I don't know where you get those from. It seems to scrap metal. I have no idea where you get that from. So unfortunately, we've got full flak stores again. Again, like I said, 80 of those. Got plenty of food, don't need any more of that. So got the 10 supplies of the spare parts. Yeah, so slightly strange that. I'm going to skip this. So it was slightly strange. Where am I? Yeah, so if you send your crew on R&R, just make sure you get everything off them first, otherwise you're going to lose it. I mean, each one of those small arms caches or small arms items, you're talking 20,000 for the 4 that I lost.
Kapitän, das kann deine neue Crew sein. Lassen Sie mich wissen, wenn Sie Ihre Dokumente sehen möchten.
Teacher Muller, which I've already got. Wait a minute, I want the... There we go. So these are the ones we're actually taking. I'm going to leave behind Dietrich Meyer because he panicked, had to be knocked out. So that's permanent. I don't know if that's actually sort of a permanent thing. But he turned into a bit of a coward when he was under... wasn't even under fire at all. I mean, it's just disciplines ran out. So unfortunately, we shall be... God, it's going to be foggy. What's going on? Yeah, so that was a bit strange. Wasn't under fire and he still panicked. I don't get it at all. We've got nothing at all apart from... So we've got gun to mate again. As I said, I changed him to a gunner. You don't seem to have medics, actual dedicated medics. We've got no medical training at all. Only the radio operator seems to have medical training. Which is a bit strange for a radio operator to actually specialise in the first place, but there we go. So there's no real differences. As I said, I'm leaving Dietrich Meyer behind, and Dieter Fischer, he's in R&D still. Working on the Tunis. Got attack at Portsmouth Port. Patrol Sector AL. We're going to do something a bit different, so we're going to do this one. Espionage Portsmouth Port. So we're going to send your goal with to transport our spy unharmed to coordinates 51 degrees north, 1 degrees west, near Portsmouth Port. You may get additional orders at this point to help spy with carrying out his mission. Alright. So we should now have those 80... those 80 HE shells, which will come in very, very handy. Complete objective at night. Ooh, so do you get a bonus for completing it at night? That'd be quite nice. Come on, Graf, get yourself out of bed. Good grief, I'm supposed to be getting out of here. Right, so what's the time? It's 01:30. The 29th of August 1941. Exactly as I said, I sent them on extended. I sent them on 2 lots of R&R, the crew. What's he doing here? He's supposed to be here. This is bunk. Skipper's desk. What is Kohler in charge of? Okay. So the captain must be on his way. Okay, so we had to transport Wolfgang and Becker to what's 51 degrees north, 1 degrees west near Portsmouth Port. Report to us immediately after completion of this task. So the option is to complete it at night. Ooh. So we are sneaky. Alright. First of all, let's check on the stores. We'll switch red light on in a moment. Oh, also, as you can see, we have no minus. There's no -3 anymore for fatigue. So if you're crippled with fatigue, you may want to send your crew onto R&R for a bit. Okay, so we've got 80 rounds on the deck gun. Now, what I said, we've got 20 on, we've got 20. So I bought 19. That's right, I remember now. So I bought 19 potassium absorber plates. So we've got 27. That might come in handy if we're going anywhere near the coastline of Britain, because I'll have raid out all over the place. So that's going to be very useful. Yeah, one short on the full. Strange, because we've got 4,000 arts full. 22.49 on there. That's very strange. Right, so the crew are nice and happy. They will be only for the next few days though, but they do get 25% extra bonus on their experience. So everything they get now, they get a quarter extra.
Jawohl. Bringt mich um. Jeden Tag das Gleiche.
You alright, Mon Capitan? Let's put everything in their positions. Place him on the listening room. What's he doing there? Oh, West should be on the diesel engines. Loris, into the radio room. Gunther, you can, what should I let him do? I think he can, he can stay where he is actually. So where's front then? Alright, it's the other way. There's the bow. Someone's always in me flipping way, aren't they? Every time. There's always somebody in your way. Okay, here we go then. Diesel. 1/3 ahead.
Schneller, schneller!
Everybody's on board, aren't they? It's a bit bloody late now if they're not. Alright, so we are to take Wolfgang Becker to Portsmouth Port and drop him off. Okay, so we're just leaving La Rochelle's vicinity. And we're just about to embark on our main course. It's going to take us at least, I would say, the best part of a day, maybe a little bit longer. So what we're going to do, we're going to try and stick to this side of the coast, so occupied French coast, as close as possible. It does get rather shallow. Until about this point. We'll hold at this point as necessary until it darkness. They'll head across the channel straight away in a straight line till in the vicinity of this mission. Now I'm thinking we probably need to be just within the vicinity of there, and then it will start the mission off, at which point the spy, Becker, can then be transported across from the boat to the coastline in a rigid, semi-rigid dinghy. But we have got the new radar detector. You can see the huge range. It has increased the range quite a lot. Alright, so this is the new kit on the conning tower. We've got the radar and radar detector. Yeah, I think it's the depth charge would probably take this out straight away. So that's a new kit that we just got. Nice. Like I say, it's still very vulnerable to depth charge attack. Obviously the RF antenna, the circle on there, yeah, that retracts into its cover. But still vulnerable. So we're still in friendly waters, so there's not much danger. Okay, I've red lighting on throughout the boat. Moving at flank speed. It is now 1930 hours. If we can get in there and get back out again before daylight comes again. So I'm going to put Cola. No, I'm not. I'm going to bring Mayor off. We don't be alert. We don't alert anyone. So no firing. I'm going to bring him to the observation scope. Because you can't sort of put anyone else up on the conning tower. And the captain's already got 2 people helping him. I want visual range. I want to increase visual range. Need to find out exactly where the coast is. Just moving at 1/3. So he's still got his 5 medical kits. So that should really go to the radio operator. Need to swap those across. It's not important right now. So I'm going to try and aim for the middle of here. But these are just estimated coastlines, so we don't actually know until we're actually on top of it as to where the coastline really is. Nothing on the detector yet. Okay, full stop, leave area and send reports to headquarters. So he's off. We can't just send a radio report for some reason. They're out of range. Yet we sent stuff back north of Scotland. So that's a bit weird. Let's get out of here in flank speed. So into deeper water. We will then send our message back. So as we're getting to range actually. So we'll head straight for the
Zu Befehl.
back for the French coastline as quickly as possible. So as we're out there, send a message back. Okay, it's 1:40 in the morning, or 1:40. We're just in range now. So I was half expecting to actually encounter aircraft or at least surface warships, but we didn't encounter anything. So we're going to go back down. We're going to maintain full speed, at least for now.
Herr Kaloi.
Got a new message from BDU. We're still in pretty much darkness, but obviously, because it's accelerated time, it's going to be like 2, 3, 4 o'clock before we even know it. Okay, almost decoded the message from BDU. I've moved close to the French coastline, so it puts us back into real time. Something else as well, a bit strange. No matter what hairstyle I give the captain, he always, whenever he takes his cap off, he's a bald one. He's always bald. So I don't get what's going on there. Rather strange. So we're in the French coast. The sun is just coming up. And everyone's disappeared again. So there's Maya on the AA gun again. Yeah, the trouble is, like I said, you've got minimal lookouts on the conning tower unless you assign an officer with some help to the targeting site. You can't just assign someone as a lookout onto the conning tower. So that is a bit of a it's a bit of a problem, that. As soon as I assign him again, you see the other 2 crew members coming up. Let's give him a hand. Okay, let's check this radio message. Okay, nearly there. Let's take a look. Oh, you are joking. It says it's low difficulty. Alright. So we got that. So 31st of August 1941 Berlin. We need an update on air defences in Portsmouth Port. Arrive undetected at the location. Identify the fire stations by periscope. It's a priority matter and overrides your current assignment that we now consider as finished. So we've got no more help for the for Becca. We've got this to do. Oh my god.
Herr Kaloi.
Let's take a look. Oh no. Oh, good. Great. So basically, might as well just stay around here. Stick. Come straight back up here. Okay. Go. Oh, sorry. Full stop. It's 0550. We couldn't span the entire width of the channel submerged. That's impossible. But those potassium absorbers are going to come in very handy for this mission. My god. Let's actually try and sneak into Portsmouth Harbour. As far as I know, no U-boat ever did that. And if they did, they didn't get out alive. Well, there's one Scarpa floor. Nice to sink the battleship Royal Oak, but I mean, he was incredibly lucky to get away with that. Right. So, how to do this? We're in real time right now, so it's not a problem. We can just hang out and just try and plan this. When I dropped the spy off, there wasn't anything detected in this area. And just as before, when we dropped the spy off as well, we didn't need to get as close as absolutely on the green blob. But here, my God, I'll try and get through here. It's less than 3 meters. It's 2 meters at some point. I mean, good grief. We're going to have to be on the surface, and there's going to be Allied shipping coming through here. Alright, got to try and sort of plan this out as carefully as possible. I don't want to encounter when it smack bang into the bow of a battleship, something like that. That is pretty obvious. Corvettes, destroyers will be quite sort of extensive around there, as will the, I mean, historically speaking, we had the southern coast of Britain, especially on a major port like Portsmouth. There was also shore batteries as well, artillery based on land. They'll have radar stations and all sorts, but okay, we'll try it. See if we can sneak in. We can't do it submerged, so that's impossible. It's just too shallow. So we're going to have to head back. Let's see what we can actually work out first before we try heading back. Okay, so I'm going to submerge not down to decks awash, but down to 8 meters, a little bit deeper. So I've got a visibility of 39% right now. Once we go below, so once we get the conning tower itself below the surface of the water, it should shield us a little bit further. Okay, I've got 20%. We are going to have to switch to, unlike decks awash, we're going to have to switch to electric motors. Shouldn't make much of a difference. Not for a while anyway. Got 18 hours worth. Moved at 1/3. Sound is now 43. Sorry, radar signature is 42 centimeters. I don't want to try and sneak in. Sonar is down to 39%. Radar signature is down to 36 centimeters. We are going to run aground. Well, I think maybe speed might be a better option. I shall deliberate. So all the time under the surface we should not be visible, but I see some of that equipment on top of the conning tower is sticking up still. You can't store it, you can't sort of bring it down, which is a bit, makes it rather, you know, double-edged sword, I suppose. You get more warning with that tunnis on top of the conning tower, but you also can't maintain the same stealth at this minimum depth. So I shall deliberate, I'll think about it, see if we're just going to service and go full speed, flank speed, or stay as we are.